as like so we were getting ready for our game. We were getting ready for ByuN versus Solar. So like we were just about to start, the countdown was loading in, and then Shin joined the lobby, and we're like, wait, what? He's like, hi guys, and Solar's like, get out of here, what are you doing? Like, stop spying on my games. And Shin's like, it's fine, don't worry. That's the shit. He left. I was like, Shin, do you want to cast? And he's like, no, it's okay. God damn it, shit. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting into our next game. We're getting into our fresh series and spawning in the right hand corner of White Rabbits. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Here's some sick matchups. Thanks for casting. You're welcome. Happy you're welcome. Yeah, we're very fortunate that we're able to have like such good players and such good series as well. Yeah. I should have told Shin to play next time. That's that shit. For now, 2 Rex Reapers. So 2 Rex Reaper out of ByuN. Meanwhile, Solo going hatch. Ooh, gasless? Uh-oh. Gasless opener out of Solar. Greedy build here. He's going hatch pool into a 3rd hatchery. Late gases out of Solar. What does that mean? Late link speed. Late link speed out of Solar. And because link speed is going to be delayed, that means that there's a bigger window in time where these Reapers can do damage. Because link speed hits so much later, dealing with these Reapers is going to be much more difficult. Oh boy, so getting into our builds here, when it comes to our builds of choice, I do favor ByuN. I do think ByuN has a lot more potential for damage. The plus side of this build though is faster queens, right? Your queens are slightly faster because you went for a delayed gas. Your spawning pool was earlier, so that is true. That is a plus side. But we'll see if Solar can expand and get a 3rd. So there are some pros, there are some cons. As Reapers are moving out. 3rd natural base is on the way. ByuN, he will poke in. He pokes in, he zones away the drone. And Solar, he might just turtle up on 2 bases and go into 2 base Roach. That would make the most sense, just because gases are so delayed. Next set of queens are in production. ByuN, he checks for the 3rd base. It backs off. The 3rd Reaper has right. He's getting up to 4 Reapers. Does get 1 extra, more than usual. Cleans up the lings. Queen is very low. But now we've built up to 4 queens, right? With 4 queens, like Solar should be secure on 2 bases. At least on 2. Yeah, once again, ByuN checks for the 3rd. There is no expansion. Nice KDA charge. Nope. Ren's the mineral line. Doesn't get any workers. Once again, he checks for the 3rd base. No 3rd in sight. He's like, hold up, what's going on? And it is 2 base Roach. So 2 base Roach, Lair is on the way, Roach Warren's on the way, gases are being taken. Against Solar, he's just stuck on 2 bases, and ByuN can freely expand. 3rd CC is on the way, getting to his own 2-1-1. Sorry, 3 CC, 2-1-1. Building up. Stim is on the way. Stim. Stim is on the horizon here. Roach speed is almost done. We're building up our Roaches. And we'll see if Solar goes for a 3-base. If he built up to a 3-base all-in, we'll see how much he macros from here. This Queen is getting low. Queen gets picked up. And nice pick up. Does catch the queen. I'm noticing a little bit of stuttering in game. Yeah, we'll look into that. And we have confirmation isn't all in. Okay. So I was curious. I was like, is Solo going to macro from here? The answer is no. He's going for a German taxi. German taxi, Roach speed is on the way. Jump loads are on the way. Queen's going to be building up, and it's all or nothing for Solar. Either he kills ByuN or he dies trying. Now, what does ByuN have to defend? He's going to have Mass Marine. He doesn't really have much of a backbone to his army. There are no tanks, right? There's no tanks currently yet for ByuN. The first tank is now on the way. He will have a massive amount of Marines, and he can take a stronger fight defensively, but we'll see how the armies engage. We'll see what is it going to be biled down. The other downside of this setup here for ByuN, the production is exposed, right? These 2 Raxes are vulnerable. The upgrade combat shield's also vulnerable as well. That's the downside of having your production at the natural. And speaking of, yeah, combat shields will not finish. Raxes are gonna fall. Forced to lift, forced to move away. ByuN gonna have a hard time spending his money. Tank does siege. He does siege up. Nice tank shot, very nice. Tank boys are popping up, no bunkers, boys are being pulled. ByuN was not ready for this all in. He was not ready, but he does focus on those Ravagers. And 1, 2 Ravagers go down. Queens as well, but he will lose so many SCVs. Oh, Kolobazu connects, breaks through the tank, and Solar's done it. Solar, he has done it, he has broken ByuN. Again, ByuN, he didn't see this coming. No bunkers are ready, production was exposed. And Solar, he'll take a lead in the series. The boys are doing what they can. That's going to be 23 dead SCVs. 28. 30. And again, we're nowhere near done. Filing down the final tank. GG gets called, and Solar, he snowballs out of control. He takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solar, he does take a lead in the series. Against Solar, he was forced to stay on 2 bases early on, and very quickly did decide to commit into a 2-base all-in. 3rd base just for Larva. 3rd base just for Larva. He went for a German taxi. ByuN, he failed to scout. He failed to confirm. That's why he had no setup back at home. No tanks are ready. No bunkers are ready. The production was exposed. GG. GG, well played. Lack of scouting there did kill ByuN. Now we're getting into game number 2. Jumping into game 2 here. And we'll see if Solar can close it out. We'll see if ByuN can recover. Here we go. Here we go. ByuN holds this with a Banshee. Bearing in mind that this is a German taxi, so that's why Queens are involved. So there is anti-air. That's the purpose of the Queen support. Hold on. Oh. We had to restart. Fun fact, the lobby was being made and ByuN was in the player slot. No. We're good to go. And spawning in the bottom right corner of Andromeda, we have the South Korean Zerg player, we have the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Oh, I have to fix that. Not on Team Liquid. Hold on. It's my bad. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, we have the red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. Here we go as we are getting into game number 2. And I spoke earlier about the stuttering that was happening in game. It's a little bit worse here. Now, bearing in mind that this is only happening on my end, basically it is routing to the Korean server, so I will be turning on my VPN after this game. If we get into the ace match, then game 3 should be smooth. Otherwise, of course, the final should be smooth as well, as Hero is also in Korea. But yeah, that is brutal. Hopefully it clears up. As once again, gasless. Okay, hatch pool. Hatch pool opener out of Solar. He does open up once again with a delayed gas, with delayed link speed, most likely going for another roach-based opener. Now, what I will say very quickly, coming into Andromeda, this is a smaller map compared to White Rabbit, and all-ins are more favored here. There's a very high chance that Solar is going to go for another roach all-in. to be honest, like, there's a very high chance of that happening, and it'll hit even harder on a map like Andromeda. Now this time ByuN is going for a standard opener, and this time it's going to be on ByuN to scout across the map, to recognize what's going on and to figure out what exactly Solar is up to. Bearing in mind as well, just to be clear about the build, which is why I think someone in chat spoke about potential Banshee play. We already explained that of course Solar's build incorporated Queens, which would have been the anti-air for Banshee, but even then there shouldn't have been a Banshee because it was a 2-on-1. Remember, it was a 2x Reaper opener, which means it leads into a stim timing into Medivacs, not into Banshee. Like, the build itself does lead towards bio play, but here with the standard opener, ByuN can open up 1-1-1 into safety Banshees, which will be a little bit of a safer start against a roach heavy style. So the openers are important when it comes to where it leads us. Reaper moves out. Does move out, so does get eyes on the third base. Is aware of the quote-unquote standard opener. I say quote-unquote because, bam, you can see here the gas is just not being taken. Again, very late gas here for Solar. ByuN getting his third CC on location. Jesus. I mean, ByuN, he saw the timing of the earlier third base, so he's aware that it was a gasless start, so he's aware of how greedy Solar is, and he reacts with his own greed. So 3 CC, 1-1-1 out of ByuN. But again, even greedier on location. And we're expecting roaches out of Solar. It's what we're expecting, but we'll see if he does go into delayed link speed. There we go. Yeah, roach warren is on the way. And again, roaches are standard here if you do delay your gas, right? Because your gas is so late, there's no point in going into link speed. So we're getting to our Queen Roach opener. And once again, it's going to be on us to confirm whether or not Solar drones, right? Does he drone up his third, or does he go for an all-in again? As I mentioned before, there's a very high chance that we see another all-in. Really, the pressure is going to be on ByuN to scout, to figure out whether or not we see something more committed. Let's see what happens. Is my internet lagging, or is it the stream? It is not the stream, it is in-game. So I did mention this before. I do apologize, but as I mentioned, the routing to the Korean server is not ideal. So right now, there's just a lot of latency to the connection to the Korean server. I will be turning on a VPN after this game. So after this game, it should be fine. But unfortunately for this game, you can see some stuttering in the game. Some frame drops. The connection to Twitch is fine, the internet is fine, it's just routing to the Korean server. Smooch. Meanwhile, roaches are being produced. Only a handful of roaches, so only a handful of roaches do move out. And we're droning. So Solar, he's macroing up behind this. He's going for a lair, he's joining up his third base. It is a roach opener, but it's not a roach all-in. So from here, we're settling in. Obviously, this doesn't affect the players. Otherwise, we'd see a pause. But this doesn't affect the players. Just on our end. Smooch. Yeah, it happens, right? Last game, everything was fine, right? ByuN and Solar, game 1, everything was fine for the most part. It's just sometimes you connect to the worst server. To the worst node, I should say. It's more technically correct. As we have our Banshees, they push in on the right-hand side. It is going to be an Infestation Pit follow-up here out of Solar. Going for the pits. Taking up into Hive, or at least into Infestors. Now, what we're expecting with a Roach-based opener is for this to lead into +1 melee, not +1 range, to lead into melee upgrades, in towards Ultra Tech on Hive Tech. So we'll see if we go into melee or not. Otherwise, if we go into range, this could be Roaches into Hydra Lurker. So what's there it is, Hydra Den, so range. So range upgrade on the way. We're taking up into Hydra Lurker. That is the other tech option that you can go from Roaches. So now ByuN catching out some Roaches. Just getting one so far. Behind this, ByuN just saturating on 3 bases. Slowly building up. Unfortunately, the game where we're having connectivity issues is the one where we're going into a macro game. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Smurge. Yeah, as ByuN, he does actually catch the base. The army's out of position. Solar, he will lose his 4th. And 4th base goes down. Roach Ravagers are trying to engage. I'm not quite able to. The base does fall. As ByuN, I mean, he could try to keep pushing from here. Yeah, Viper production has begun. Lurker tech is still on the way. ByuN has momentum and he's dropping into the main. So he backs off with the main army, drops into the main base. At the same time, he has eyes on the northern expansion, and he may just rotate. He may just rotate over to make sure that Solar cannot take a 4th. So he'll poke in. Trades with the army. From here, pulls away. Banshees into natural, and ByuN is actually pushing right down mid. Just throwing up all the creep, denying vision. But Solar, his Lurker Den is done. Lurker Den does finish up, so Lurkers are morphing in. We have 5 Lurkers on the way. Vipers are gathering energy. The army, the quality of the army, I should say, for Solar is slowly increasing, right? He's perfecting his army, building on more Lurkers, building on more Vipers. This army is now becoming more threatening. It's not going to be as easy to break the 4th. ByuN, he's going for it, though. He's pushing towards the 4th base. Oh, big distraction. Solar here reacts. Yeah, he does overreact. A massive rotation, which means the 4th base is exposed. Ay, ay, ay. I was like, oh, you know, Solar, he's got Lurkers. It's going to be difficult to break the 4th, but he's not here. Yeah, he's not in position. Yeah, brutal fight. Massive tank shots going off. Better concave here for ByuN. Despite that, looks like Solar, he can brute force his way through. Nice blinding clouds. Yeah, nice blinding clouds, and Solar, he holds. He does hold on and files all the tanks. Solar, he survives. He saves the 4th base. But that was a brutal trade. He bled out a lot of units here in the process. That was 17 Roaches going down. And we'll see if ByuN can keep rallying. I mean, trying to break Lurkers without Ghosts is not going to be easy. So far, we have 4 Ghosts in production. So 4 Ghosts on the way. On the way, nice catch here on the bio. Yeah, ByuN gets called out, and here comes the move out here. The upgrades are now done for Solar. Lurkers are moving in, they have range. Now he's done defending. At the same time, ByuN gets across the map. We're getting a little bit messy here. ByuN gets into the mineral line. At the same time, we see Solar collapsing on the planetary. Bases are going down. Solar, he will lose the mineral line. Yeah, 16 drone kills. Oof, Lurker volleys going off. Nice snipes. Yeah, nice snipes. Lurkers are getting cleaned up. ByuN, he's holding back at home, but he will lose so many SCVs at 35 workers going down. Yeah, brutal losses there for ByuN. I mean, the snipes are solid. Oh my god. Gonna punish the Solar. So he sticks around for a little bit too long. Gets punished. Does get punished here, but Solar, he still has a slightly better economy. He's rebuilding his lurkers. He has 1 Viper left over. How many ghosts? 5. He's got 5 ghosts. He has a decent army, but the size just isn't there. Oh, once again, sees across the map though. Yeah, Solar once again out of position. He will lose the mineral line. 10 drones. 10 drone kills. Solar out of position. The base goes. Oh my god. The 5th base goes down. Did I say 5th? Sorry, that's the 4th. So we're committing in. EMP a little bit too late. Abducts one of the ghosts. We have, what, 6 lurkers left over. The snipes are brutal though. 3 lurkers are getting picked up. Down to 3. 3 lurkers left. Down to 2. Yeah, down to 2. Down to 1. Down to barely 0. Cleans up with the lurkers. ByuN, he defends. He survives. He shuts down the main army. Very nice target firing, nice snipes, and GG. Yeah, GG gets called. Solar, he runs out of steam, and ByuN ties up the series 1-1. Whew, GG. And I'll turn on my VPN. I got you, I got you. But GG, well played. ByuN, he does fight back. He does tie the series up. And we're going to the ace match. Un momento. Okay. Hopefully this node is a little bit better. Fingers crossed. Beautiful. But here we go. We're getting into the ace match here. Winding it back when it came to the game itself. Again, we saw that Solar, he was just getting caught out a little bit too often. I mean, that's one of the downsides of going for a roach-heavy composition. Something that we should have emphasized is how immobile the army is, compared to Ling Bane at least, right? Compared to Ling Bane, it's a little more immobile, so it's so much more important to actually have map control, or I say map control, to at least have map awareness and map vision, to be able to rotate and position your army in time. Otherwise, trying to react to these pings on your minimap, trying to react to your opponent, it takes so long. It takes so long to reactively start to move your army from side to side if you're out of position, and we saw so many bases, so many middle lines go down in favor of ByuN. And here we go, we're getting into game number 3. We're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Risen Memory, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran for Shopify. It is ByuN. And again, I do apologize for the slideshow of game number 2. As you saw in game 1, and as you're seeing here, like we're fine. Like it's it's just a connection to the Blizzard server, unfortunately. For those who are unaware, routing can be very random and can be very inefficient. So in the last game, basically, the routing forced me to go, I think, probably like to the Americas, like went up to the Americas and back around. So the connection to the Korean server was just too poor, and that's why you saw like there was all this like frame drops in game. Here I'm using a VPN, so I'm like forcing like the routing to be like, I'm forcing the node to like go directly there. So that's why here like there's no issues. And it's just random sometimes, like when you need VPNs, when you don't need VPNs. So, Blizzard servers. So basically for the last game, I was just being sent around the world instead of being sent directly to Korea. So yeah, it's lovely. If you're curious how it works. Feels routing, man. I bet someone at home is using your bandwidth. No. Yeah, just see Ebola in the chats. Just a lack of understanding of how the Blizzard servers work. That's why everything is smooth here. That's why the stream wasn't lagging. It was just in-game. So now you know. Now you know. If you're out there. Just a bit of a fun fact. For now, though, we're settling in. It is going to be a standard opener here. This time, Solar, he does not go for a delayed gas. Okay. So this time, hatch gas pool does minus gas. Ling speed is on the way, and for the first time this series, Solar, he is going for what looks to be a Ling Bane opener, not roaches. So for the first time, we're going for a standard opener. Meanwhile, ByuN back at home, going for his own third TC before Starport. Now, this is where, welcome one and all to Risen Memory. Risen Memory is a much more open map of the map pool, much more aggressive map as well. Your third and fourth bases are a lot more open. And as a result, we have seen a lot of aggression on this map. Last time we featured this map was between ByuN and GG Machine. GG Machine, he went for a Mutas. He tried to rush into Mutas and go into Ling Bane Muta. He had a decent start, but what did ByuN go for? 8 racks. ByuN, he went for an 8 racks, which makes plenty of sense on this map because the fourth base is so difficult to take and so difficult to maintain. So difficult to maintain. So as a result here, we do have, we're expecting ByuN to be hyper aggressive. Speaking of opening up Liberator, okay. Does open up Liberator. If the bunnies decide to chew on light Ethernet cables, we'll know. True, true. Ah, no. Unironically, that is why I have not allowed my bunnies into my room yet, because I have an Ethernet cable on the floor. It's like going across the room on the floor, and 100% they would totally like attempt to nibble on it. Aye, aye, aye. The internet is not, it's not safe in my room to the bunnies. Not safe. Ah, no. They will cut the internet immediately. If the internet goes down, then you know the bunnies, they've made it into the room somehow. They've broken in. Ah, no. As ByuN, he does threaten the third. Oh. At the same time, Liberator rallying towards the main. Does rally in. Nice movement here so far with the Hellions. They roast up the Lings. Liberator into the main, and the Hellions, they do go for the dive. Yeah, he commits. He commits into the mineral line. Are there enough Lings? Only 11. Yeah, only 11 Lings here. Lings, they do catch. Okay, nice catch. Nice catch on the Hellions. That could have been so much worse. 2 Hellions make it through. 1 Hellion gets into the main. And despite that, still 9 drones going down. Still some decent damage, but that was what? That was 6 Hellions going down. Not the best trade for ByuN. He was hoping for a little bit more. He was hoping for more damage. Oh, and we spoke about Ling Bane Muta earlier with GG Machine. This time, once again, we see Solar also going into Mutas. So really cool to see. If you have been watching TVZ as of late, you would notice an uptick in Muta play. The reasoning for this is because of the latest patch. Latest patch did buff Muta play, did make it more accessible, I should say, specifically with the timing of the Spire, with the cost as well. So Muta play is a little more accessible, and Solar is going Ling Bane Muta. Now, on the one hand, it's really cool that we're seeing attempted Muta play. I say attempted Muta because we are going to be quite vulnerable to early aggression, just because so much gas is being spent on Mutas that typically it means that your upgrades and your Ling Bane is going to be that much more delayed, typically. Now, this wasn't the fastest Muta play. If you recall, this was like a 5-minute Spire timing, like around 5 minutes. We're not rushing into Mutas like GG Machine did in his series. Rushing Mutas. Ling Bane is building up. ByuN does sort of step in. Gets an Overlord. Gets an Overlord, does threaten the 4th base. No major hiccups yet, but he does head into the natural, and does he scouts? I mean, he saw the gases earlier, he's aware of at least that. But he doesn't commit it. Doesn't commit in. He's still playing blind. Does spot a gas at the 4th. That's a tell. These gases, they should not be here. Lings, they turn away. I mean, technically, there's a world where this is maybe like a rush into Hive and rush into Ultras. In ByuN's mind, I mean. Still being active. Mutas have hit the field. They've been revealed. He knows. Yeah, he does spot the mutas. ByuN, he races back home. Turrets now have begun, but these are late turrets. ByuN, he was out of position. And mutas, they force him back home. They kill the turrets. But I say force him back home. The drops are still being active. Okay, bold move. He's pushing. Yeah, he's pushing. We have a drop in the center. We have a drop towards the south side as well. ByuN, he does kite back. The medevacs are very low though. And ByuN, he's not getting into the bases. Mutas, they do catch the first medevac. Medevac did go down. And ByuN, he pulls away. And what's important about what ByuN just did, as a muta does go down to the Widow Mine, is that he forces the mutas back home, which means they're no longer harassing, which means ByuN, he's secure back at home. Oh, nice catch. He gets one, he gets two. Oh, just one. One muta is full. Nice big off here by ByuN. Main army's rallying in. Now, we spoke earlier about the ARAXs and the strength of an ARAX here on Risen Memory. Do you see what I see? I see 5 Raxes done. I see 3 more Raxes on the way, and ByuN, he's committing into an ARAX setup. What does this mean? This means that he's going for a more delayed expansion. I say that, never mind. He is floating over. He did take a faster 4th, so he's not as committed as he was against ZvT Machine. Okay. He's not as committed. He is expanding. Behind this, going into Thor production, which means that Solar, he should be able to drone. Droning up to 85. Hive is on the horizon. Infestation bit's on the way. Getting ready for Hive Tech. And ByuN, he's not rallying. He's staying at home. As we mentioned, he did decide to go for a delayed 8 racks. Oh no! Oh my god! Jesus! Mind shots, they pop off. Oh, 6 mutas going down. Solar, calm down. Calm down. As the mutas, they're very low. One more Widow Mine would completely shut this down. Not just a mine, but anything. A Thor volley, the Marines. Hi. Solar, be careful, Pappy. Be careful. Okay, Widow Mines are moving in. ByuN is pushing. He's got 1 Thor with the main army. And Solar, he avoids the main army. He's pushing out instead, going for a counterattack. And how does ByuN respond? He scans ahead of time. He does see the Ling Bane. ByuN is moving in. Let's catch a queen. Oof. Nice connections. Yeah, Bailey's a crash in at the same time. Solar, he commits across the map. He's going for the mineral line. Yeah, the base is exposed. The mineral line is going to go down. And ByuN, he's racing back. It turns back around. We'll lose 20 SCVs. And ByuN, he plummets in supply. Yeah, it turns around with everything. Solar, he's made it. He's made it. He's maxed. The Hive is almost done. Now we're going to start working towards Ultras. Towards the Ultra Cavern. 3-3 upgrades. Adrenal. And again, I don't really know how ByuN can actually push on this map. He was able to pull it off against ZvT Machine, but again, that was like more of an aggressive build. Here, less so for ByuN. His army is just so fragile. And the map is just so open. Like, he's so vulnerable to surrounds. Oh, nice catch. Yeah. Nice catch by ByuN. Bane unable to engage. And here, kiting back. Solar, he will clean this up. Maybe not the most efficient trade, but he does clean this up. At the same time, ByuN, he pushed through the center. He will lose everything. Both armies, they crumble. Yeah, and Solar just snowballs out of control. He snowballs from here. ByuN, he doesn't really have much of an army remaining. Down to a handful of Marines. And Solar's remaxed. He's already remaxed. Ultra Cavern is on the way. And again, like, I don't see ByuN turtling up and maxing out here. Like, this is not the map for it. It's not ideal, Pat. Not like this. Not on Risen Memory. Solar, he pulls away. Picking up all the tumors. At the same time, Solar going for a counterattack. Not that many Banelings here for Solar. Oof. Still surrounds. He somewhat trades. Yeah, much more efficient fight for ByuN. Oof. Solar, we gotta be careful. Trading a little bit too inefficiently. So trying to collapse in the army. Ultra production has begun. ByuN, he's gaining momentum, by the way. Oh. As Widowmines, they don't quite get their shots off. Solar collapsing in, finally taking a better fight. And catching at the Marines. Catching at the army. Same time. Oh, Solar is keeping up. Now we can head for the mineral line. Go for the economy. And Solar, he's rallying. He does rally across the map. Planetary is done. And nice target firing out of ByuN. He does focus down the Banelings. Okay. Banelings get focused down. ByuN, he's holding. He's holding, he's surviving. I'm so shocked that he's held onto these bases, by the way. Specifically the planetaries. He's held onto them. His economy, it's still good enough. Impressive. I was like, how does ByuN hold on to his 4th and 5th? I mean, Solar has been taking some rough fights. Like some really rough fights here from Solar. Bleeding out a lot of Lings. Trying to build up his ultras. His gas income is limited. And there's only one ultra. Yeah, the ultra gets targeted down. ByuN, he's breaking through. Taking the ultra, gets all the Banelings as well. One more ultra pops. And it falls instantly. Yeah, just better fights here. Better trades for ByuN. As Solar, he's just trickling in. Yeah, losing far too much here. Ay. Finally, Solar, he does collapse in with his main army. The Mutas, they come together. Lings as well. But those are brutal losses. He lost so many Banelings and the ultras. So much gas down the drain. And ByuN, he's doing it. He's doing it. Like, the defensive position for ByuN is quite weak, but ByuN has just been so aggressive that Solar can't commit. Like, he just can't push out. Oh. That's way too soon, though. Solar cleans up the drop. ByuN here extends. We finally have a decent Baneling count. Okay. Yeah, a decent amount of Banelings. Ultra's moving in as well. Still an awkward engage here for Solar. As ByuN just keeps rallying. Behind this, we finally have a Ghost Academy on the way. It's just Impure Marine Marauder. Oh, and mines. Once again, the wind's coming in quite hard off of creep. Solar not able to engage, and finally we've been missing some of these spell casters. Infestor production has begun. We can finally fungal. We can lock down the army. It's been so difficult just watching the Lingbane try to engage off of creep. It just hasn't been working. Oh, speaking of, brutal mind connection. Brutal mind shot. Solar looking for an opportunity. Does find a base. There are so many mines. The mines are welling in. Ghost production is finally underway. Use a kill an orbital. They get one of the bases. That base goes down. 2 turrets as well. Finally, economic damage. It's been so long. It's been so long. 7 SCV kills. SCVs breaks through the turrets. Again, the first time in a long time that the Mutas have been used to harass. And as we're distracting ByuN, bam, here comes the Lingbane. Here comes the Lingbane Ultra, going for the planetary. Finally looking to knock down some of these bases. We have a wall of Marauders. And planetary does fall. And so does the mineral line. And Infestor's coming in as well. Solar, he finally takes the fight. This is what he's been waiting for. Breaks the expansion, breaks the mineral line. And sure, like Solo, he will lose his army, but he can rebuild. He can rebuild, he can remax. We have 6 ultras on the way. And Solo, he's back in the driver's seat. He's back. Back in, he's back. And again, it was impressive how well ByuN was able to play out the mid game, 100%. Just counterattacking, dropping all over the place, fighting on his terms. But finally, like Solo, he stabilized. He stabilized. Was able to take his fights instead, force ByuN to be more defensive. And now ByuN just can't keep up. He lost his base, and now he just cannot expand. And this is the map coming into play, right? As we mentioned before, like these bases, they're just so difficult to defend. Solo's going for the kill, going for the throat. Yeah, the ultras have arrived. They get on top of the final planetary. Banelings crash in. And ByuN, he cannot defend, not against this. Not like this. GG gets called, and Solar, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, Solar. He will claim the series. He will advance on. Again, we had a back and forth here. I was very impressed by how ByuN was able to play things out. Oh. Very impressed by how ByuN was able to play things out. Oh. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Solo, he will claim the series. He will take down ByuN 2-1. But looks like we might have to do something here. Oh. Un momento. Of course, it is going to be raffle time. It is going to be raffle time. And of course, Hero has been patiently waiting for the winner of the series. Patiently waiting in the grand finals. Oh. But I do need a moment here. So 1 moment, so we're going to be cutting to a break, and we have an update here to give you. So 1 moment, going on a short break. Oh, see you soon, Pappy, see you soon.